See, I mean, the crazy thing when I woke up, well, when I asked for a burning bush moment for 25 years from kind of what I call a circle of friends that are my God squad that I've had in my life for 25 years, who've lived it, and they're not like evangelical about it, but they are very authentic. You know, they live the word more or less in a high performance way, and and they would tolerate all of my spiritual discussions with them late into the night, and all the things I would try to unpack that weren't scriptural, or biblical. And I mean, without their dedication to my salvation, I guess you could say, as friends, I would have walked away from me for sure. I would have said, "Hey, I can't have this conversation with you anymore." And so I'm so appreciative and grateful for their dedication to staying with me as a friend. I mean, I don't honestly, anyway, but through that, they said, well, the only way you're going to have that is to ask for it. And so out of honor to them as my friends and my kind of peers and brothers, in the world, unfortunately, I asked for it, once a month, pretty much for 25 years. I just say once a month. Sometimes it might have been more, sometimes it might have been less often, but I know that it was been that long until it finally dropped on me, 2 years ago in a trip. But
So you were
and
asking God to reveal himself or something?
yeah, I mean, I basically, in my words, I said I need a burning bush moment. Until I have some kind of authentic experience that I can't deny anymore, then I'm not in. I'm not in. And I just basically, that was my conversation with God for 25 years. I mean, sure, I still, like I said, lived a fake Christian life for 25 years, of good values and all those things. But I mean, it's clear in the Bible, the only way through is through Jesus. So yeah. And when I had that burning bush moment, experience, then I said, okay, God, now my obligation to you is to never let go of the authenticity I'm feeling right now in this experience, because now here I am 2 years later, living in the world. I could try to rationalize myself out of that experience and say, it wasn't really what I thought. But out of honor, because I'm one of the most dedicated to my word people I've ever come across, like, I'll die on my word. And so my word is I'll never let go of that authentic experience that I had. And I recap it to myself to like, I don't care what I try to process out of it. I'm going to hold on to it, as that's when the veil got lifted. And then the next part of it is when I meet people like you, and I've worked with a lot of faith-based individuals and corporations and things, that when the veil got lifted from me and I saw the world for what it was in every way, shape, and form, I was like, how did I not see this before? I mean, I'm a high performance guy that reports to founders of global multi-billion dollar companies and systems and analytics. And I look at all the data sets, and I look for chains that are broken and try to optimize them. And so when I saw the world through a whole new lens, I was like, it was pretty emotional for a few months, because I couldn't believe that I wasn't seeing all of it for what it was my whole life. And that's the power of the dark side, obviously, and so the enemy. So
Yeah,
when I hear stories like yours, and I think, man, 46 years, man, I mean, what a journey, like,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Satan, it says 2 Corinthians 4:4, he's the God of this world and has blinded the minds of those that believe not, lest the light of the glory of the gospel shine in their hearts. So his whole thing is to blind the minds. And he blinds the mind through lies. And if we're not aware of that, we just let lies fluster in our mind, and we're just blind.
yeah,
And it
father of
takes
deception.
imagination.
He's the
Yeah.
master of deception. And I mean,
He's the father of all lies.
it's amazing.
And yeah, John chapter 8, father of all lies.